I'm Noot, and welcome to Nootritious. Today I'm going to show you how I make my super simple butternut squash soup with ginger, miso, and turmeric. Nootritious. This soup is perfect for a winter cleanse, or you can toss in some cooked beans or grains and make it a meal. I like to make lots of varieties of this soup and keep it in my fridge and freezer, so I always have a clean meal ready to go. The best part about this soup is it's water-based, not stock-based. If you have a homemade stock, feel free to substitute it for the water, but I much prefer water to store-bought stocks, which are usually chock full of sodium, sugars, and sketchy things like MSG. So, let's do it to it. The ingredients: 1 butternut squash, a chunk of ginger, a chunk of turmeric, although if you're like me and can never find it, I got ground turmeric instead. A 1/4 cup white miso, 3 cloves of garlic, salt, pepper, 6 cups of water, and some olive oil. Peel the ginger. Now we want to get them around the same size, but they're going in the blender, so we don't need to make this gorgeous. We just want to get it chopped up. And even though you don't have to chop things up super pretty or it's easy, you still want to do it the correct way with curling your fingers, getting above it, and chopping down. Dice up the garlic, grate up the squash, cutting up the squash. Cut the squash in half, scoop out the center, cutting it into strips, and then cutting them into cubes. Chopping up an onion. Cut off the ends, peel it. You want to use the palm of your hand to push down, get low, and make cuts into the onion, but don't go all the way through. And then do the same thing on top by fanning down, but keeping the onion intact. And then using your thumb and your finger, holding it together and cutting down to make cubes. The ingredients: 2 tablespoons olive oil. Pour in the onions. We want to cook those down for 5 minutes. It's starting to brown. Add the ginger, add the turmeric, add the garlic, a little teaspoon of salt, and let that cook down for a few more minutes. Add the squash and 6 cups of water. Bring it to a boil, reduce to simmer. Put a lid on it and let it cook down for 20 minutes. Add the miso, making sure the steam has room to escape, and blending it on low and pulling it to high. I love my Vitamix, but any blender will work with this. I'm so excited for plating. First, we're gonna take some yummy olive oil, do a little circle design, and then I'm gonna do a little pile of crushed hazelnuts in the center. Perfectamundo. And then top it off with a little pepper. It's so good and soothing. And it's cheap too. This only cost me $1.25. I spent $5 on the groceries. I got 4 portions, 2 in the freezer, 1 in the fridge. Killing it. Immune boosting butternut squash soup. I'll see you next time. Don't forget to subscribe.